Right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I hope one of those is the equivalent of where you are at the moment watching this. Right, carrying on then from my pretty basic Osmo Pocket 3 from DJI unboxing. I'm now sort of getting to grips with it in the real world, if you like. As you can see, here's some photographs. I do a lot of sort of commercial building videography and photography, and normally I use the drone, and I have been using the drone as a handheld camera as well, which works really well. But I wanted to use something else a little bit smaller and a bit more compact and easier to sort of just grab out of my bag and take advantage in between showers. And so that's why I ended up with the Pocket 3. As you can see, these photographs literally it's just very quickly. I went out there the other day, and this is for an estate agent who is sort of responsible for putting these buildings on the market at the moment. Now, a lot of people on the various sites that I've looked at when they're reviewing this camera say that it does do photographs, but they wouldn't bother because they're not very good. Well, I'm going to have to contradict them, because I've used photographs here and I've blown them up and done all sorts of things with them, and I think they're fantastic. They certainly do the job that I need. So I don't know what kind of photography they're talking about, where it makes the ability of the Osmo 3 not very good. And to be honest, if you should be using a different camera then, if you're up to a sort of superior standard. But I'm quite happy with these. One of the functions that, or probably the only function that I want to get to grips with today, was being able to operate the gimbal, so to be able to move it up and down basically with the joystick. And I was struggling with this, I've got to be honest. Every time I operated the joystick, it just zoomed in and out, which is fine, the zoom's lovely, but I didn't want it to zoom in and out. I wanted the joystick to operate the camera and the gimbal to sort of move up and down. So that was a little bit of a source of frustration, because also, as you can probably see from some of these pictures, the clouds were coming in, and I still had quite a bit, pardon me, I still had quite a bit to do. So I'm going to pick it up from actually on site with this little bit of video, and you'll be able to hear me in there almost, well, I didn't jump for joy, but I was certainly pleased with myself, because I did actually manage to find out how to rectify that small sort of, I'm not going to call it a problem, but that dilemma that I was having. So I hope you enjoyed the photographs, and now we'll just pick it up with the video. Right, here we go then. So sat in the car for 2 minutes, and I have worked out the being able to use the tilt with the joystick and not keep hitting the zoom. What happens is, on the right hand side of the little 2-inch screen, there's a little icon, and if you touch that, it sort of toggles between zoom function and the ability to be able to move the camera up and down via the joystick. So let me give you an example. So here we are then. So I'm just about to use the joystick, and now look, it's rising up, which is what I wanted it to do. And then if I press it down, she's going down, which is just what I wanted to do. Now, whilst that's doing that, if you then click on the little icon on the right hand side again, this time when you manipulate the joystick, it goes into zoom. So zoom up to 2 times, and then zoom down to 2 times. So that's useful to know, isn't it? So there you go, touch on the little icon, a message does come up. It says push joystick to confirm tilt access, to control tilt access of gimbal. And then whilst you're doing that, let's have a look at this actually, because there's something else on there that I wanted to look at. Whilst you're doing that, although you've got it on sort of tilt access function, you can actually use the zoom by keeping your finger on that icon and sliding your finger up and down. And once you've done that, yeah, you see, look, the tilt function is still there with the joystick, but you can just use your finger on the slider, which is on that right hand side. So instead of clicking it to transform from joystick zoom, joystick tilt, you can keep it on joystick tilt, which is what I want, and then just use the slider with your finger, which is brilliant. So there you go. It's a bit of a learning curve, isn't it? But when I get a little bit more proficient with all of these settings, I'll do a video and run through the settings and then be able to explain in greater detail what each one of them does. But the main thing today really for me is to see how it copes with this intense sun, metal buildings, as I said before, bright blue sky, clouds, and virtually, you know, everything that I have to deal with in the real world. So hope you've enjoyed that. And you know, as I said before, I've got the wide angle lens on there, and hopefully we'll have you on board and you'll be able to follow me on my journey, and you'll be able to see the sort of limitations that I come up against when I'm doing my commercial real estate filming. So as always, hope you've enjoyed, and bye for now.